My real name is Mwenaayo John. Actually, I come from Bale, I'm a Gishu. Then from a place called Luabova in a village called Okukire. Yeah, that's where I come from. So when my mom gave birth to me, in a society, actually in my village, I was the only one.
In Uganda, albinism affects about 1 in 1,400 people, but despite the numbers, those with albinism often face a world full of obstacles, many of which are invisible. Mwenaayo John, also known as John White, has a daily life full of combination of physical challenges and societal prejudices that he must face head-on. The decision made by his parents as well as the reaction of the community around him will play a determining factor on how he carries on with life.
So when I was growing up, as I used to say, it is not the blood of the community, as you know. But my parents were so much courageous, and they had hope that everything can come on right. My community loved me. They were really caring, because even at school, they could come even at school. They asked those LCs what. Yeah, they could really have that positive way that see me that things move on right.
Like other kids growing up in his community, John tried to evoke the talent in him and was willing to go a long way if the path remained leveled for him. So
what could make me different is when, like in primary, I could go into competition of drumming, like 6 to 7 drums, 8. So going into the competition, those cultural stuff, so I could be the best. But because of corruption in front, they cannot push you ahead.
Elizabeth Mirembe is a chief coordinator of Mwenaayo Foundation, an organization that was founded to help the handicapped and marginalized. Mirembe outlines the challenges faced with persons living with albinism and consequently the formation of this foundation.
Persons with albinism go through a lot. We have many challenges that we go through. Maybe it is the main reason why Mwenaayo, as a person, decided to make an organization called Mwenaayo Foundation to collect the marginalized people, like persons like me, to be helped because we are left behind.
Mostly is we are not having a person who is there automatically, like who knows particularly what these people want. We have people who are black, but they cannot so much understand what these children is slightly require to have as to push their lives on better.
As a student, John acknowledges the challenge of short-sightedness and that this poses a big challenge to him while he is in class.
Still, as a student, like we face a lot of stuffs. One, we have a problem sight. That one which cannot be removed as a student. We can't see very, very far, like those small things. So in class, I used to carry up my desk. There's a time where I was meant to get my own chair from home and the desk I'd put in class, whereby I can even fix it in front so that I can be in position to see visibly those stuffs which are written. So I from P1 up to P7 actually, I faced that challenge until I reached secondary, but still I maintained the front part, sitting in the front. But in secondary, because now I was so much sharp, and when the teacher dictates, I just write. I could not have much of carrying desk. They will carry did from P1 up to P7. I could carry the desk, push it in front, so that I can, as you know, the blackboard is too long, so I move it from this side and from this side. So I could feel that challenge, but when things could become tough, I could not even cope up with other lessons. I leave.
A child with albinism is supposed to sit just near the blackboard, and teachers has to write bold letters such that this kid can be able to see what is being taught and what is being written on the blackboard.
The lack of melanin creates a vulnerable situation for people living with albinism. However, there are resources that have been invented to protect persons living with albinism against the scorching sun. Daily routines for John revolves around protecting his skin and eyes from the scorching sunshine. For many with albinism, this is an ongoing health concern, one that requires constant vigilance.
Like sunshine really affects the skin, yeah, it really affects. Unless when you are slightly using some lotions, like you can see my skin now, I grew up when using lotions, yeah. Those lotions are expensive, but it also depends. So I've been engaging myself in getting those lotions. Then when I was still younger, I used to use Vaseline, because Vaseline is very good, has good chemicals. Yeah, Vaseline, it is better for our, at a certain extent, for the skin.
As a student or an elder, a mature person like me, we have the gadgets that can help person with albinism to survive. First of all, we need the sunscreens, but the best challenge with the sunscreen that they are too expensive, of which every albino cannot manage, whereby this is where we call the government to come in and support persons with albinism to get them with sunscreens. Another thing, we need these round caps to protect us from the sun, because when you move out in the sun without a cap, without a sunscreen, without long-sleeved shirt or clothing, the sun can attack you, and this has caused to skin cancer. And we have many people with albinism who are suffering from skin cancer, and they are in Mulago there. They are crying, suffering, and dying day and night.
I grew as a person who loved music so much. It's what exposed me to the community. Mostly I grew up in church.
For John, like many others living with albinism, social acceptance is one of the toughest battles. However, his love for music and spending time at a local church has had a profound impact on his life. Exploiting his talent in playing musical instruments at a local church has exposed him to the community and helped him build self-confidence.
I play music instruments. I write music, compose, and I also teach people how to vocal out. Playing a keyboard, I started from primary. I started from primary. I had no teacher, but I used to look at my friends. I could try sometimes, but they could not give you much time. So there is an organization which are around 2010-9 there. I just joined them as a friend. I was not part. I could go when they're having the devotion, I go there. As they go for lessons for their staffs, I use the keyboard from morning up to evening. When you're not really sharp, other friends can go deep to interfere you. So at least you need being slightly also sharp, but when you feel like you're also down, they overcome you and you feel you are so much alone, squeezed up.
Students face many challenges. They are discriminated at school, and due to that, it leads to their school dropouts.
While not all students are fully aware of Johnny's challenges, there are those who show kindness and solidarity. Wendy Batha is one of the students. As a classmate to John White, Batha says despite his conditions, they have built a friendship that stems from the community church. The duo has something in common, and that is music.
He invited me to the UCC Omkat, to the church at our school. So he told me that, do you know how to sing? And I was like, yes, I can. So he invited me to church. We made rehearsals with him.
Johnny's journey is just beginning. He faces a world full of challenges, but he carries with him the determinations to change the narrative, to show that albinism does not define him, nor should it define the lives of others like him.
I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to be a doctor, and I wanted also to be a journalist. So when I finished my O-level, I had feelings for law and journalism. So I had to go in HSC. I had to choose leg because I loved language, economics and geography, stigmas. So after accomplishing my senior 6, I passed with a A in language, B, D side, NC. I found that I could do so much in journalism and mass communication. You're so much welcome to the studios.
I'm on board.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting me. I'm so on board. Yeah, man.
Which impact do you have on our friends who are out there, the young person with albinism, right? Well, like, for you in the industry, what are you trying so much to fight up to see that these people also are in a certain point that you will see everything comes better?
It's okay that Dalamana temwetia. Don't be afraid of doing what you do. Okay? Keep it solid, be firm, be intelligent, as long as you're doing the right thing. Yeah, man, challenges are there, but at the end of the day, there's nothing to change. This is the way we are.
On radio, do programs which can which educate people, programs which bring up families together. So the community so much, like when I post up some things, like so much get amazed up. There is that image which is coming up now to the community, showing them that there is something great that can come out, and these people also can do it better and better and better. Coming to journalism, I wanted to be a vox pop, the voice of the people, mostly with children with disabilities and that. So I'm targeting at parliament and government positions.
John is not just living with albinism, he is thriving in spite of it. With the support of his family, his community, and his own resilience, he is forging a path towards a future where the difference is not a disadvantage, but strength.